What is up, guys, and welcome back. Right, eventually we get to skate to heaven, and there is a smorgasbord of gaps to do here, over 60, 65-ish, and we're going to show you exactly where every single one is. A lot of the time I'm going to start from the beginning, because people aren't familiar with this area, and other times I will just go from a single run, but in the description you'll find links to all of them, as well as links to the playlist that has all the other ones now that are absolutely completed. Gold trophy, the marvelously shiny gold trophy. And it's absolutely awesome. So guys, the first one we're going to do is right here. Down to Tony's Island we did already. And Platform Gap was right there. And then the Ayers Hole is going to be this one here. Sorry, that's not as messy as this for the rest of it. Because at this point, it was like the first time I'd played this, going straight into the gaps. So ollie onto there and you get Ayers Hole if you just do it a bit higher. Okay, Portal Gap and Big Fat Portal Gap. Now this is that strange little room over there, and you'll get familiar with this pretty quickly. It's not as big as it seems. So over here to the right is this weird room. Now there's a couple of them you could do here, but I'm not going to mention what else you could do because they are going to be covered later, and otherwise I'll be doing it all the time. Like, oh, there's rail there, or do this or do that. So I'm just going to stick to what I've got done here. Okay, so here I'm doing Portal Gap and Big Fat Portal Gap. So the big fat one is just to get more air from here to the landing spot, and then the more you do, the more chance you get the big fatty right there. Okay, blowed out the hole and the holy Crail and dropping in on Tony, and there's a whole lot more on this one. We're just going to see it as it comes here. So dropping in on Tony and Tony down to the island, and once you're on the roof there's a lot of other ones you can do from here, but for starters we're going to be doing the volcano. Okay, so doing this rail here will activate the volcano or start it erupting. Then you can go jump in it. Now the strange thing is that I didn't get the feed me on this particular jump, but I got it the next time I jumped, and both times the volcano was erupting. So just try it with erupting and try it without. So as you can see, it's erupting, and I launched straight in without touching an edge. I didn't get it the last time I touched the edge, and I got the feed me, but I'll show that a bit later. Okay, so we're going to get all of the things in the secret area since we are here, and that's the first one there, Holy Crail. Just get some air around that side. Next one, we're going to launch up. Let's see what we do. Yeah, launch up there, then go back the way you came, and then you're going to get the collect thing up there. Yeah, there we go. Blow it out the hole, and now that tunnel is open behind us. So we just go moseying on through there, and we're good as gold. Next one is going to be, I think it's it's the rail along this edge up here. So from here, bonk, 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 and down. That's all the secret areas done. Okay, let's see. Clearing the swings and Isle of Tony to Sadlands. I mean, the descriptions are absolutely insane. So you got the zag gap, the source zag gap, and then the zig gap, and it just goes on and on and on. I had to do some serious lists to make sure I got them all in the end, but the trophy popped, so that's pretty good. So you saw there, just do a loop-de-loop around the hole pipe. Is that what it's called? I was going to say a half, but not. I suppose it is a hole pipe. Or just a pipe, I guess. So from here down to here is Isle of Tony to Sidelands, and then you can jump back and forth from that exact spot, and you'll get 6 or 7 other gaps. But again, we'll explain that. So launch over those bars, and you got clearing the swings. And then, now this is the feed me one. So again, guys, I'm going to start from the beginning most of the time, because a lot of people were commenting on other videos. People were starting their runs in the middle of the area. They had no idea where to go. So I'm just going to do it from the start. If you use the description, the links in the description, it's going to take you from the start to the exact gap. And I thought that would be the best way to do this particular guide. Okay, so here, as you can see, it is erupting. And now I do touch the edge, and then I go in, and then I get the feed me, which stays blue, which means I didn't die. So that's how that one worked. Next one is going to be Gutter to San Dieguito Roof, I think it is. I don't know how to pronounce that. But once you're up here, once again, spend a lot of time up here. Launch onto that roof, and if you want to, you can rail the side of that for another gap. I can't resist trying to say what else to do in the area, but like I said, I'll just be doing it all the time if I did that. Holy cow. It's been a long series for this. A good 6 or 7 days to get all these gaps done and edited. And this is the last 20 minutes now, and I'm going to have the evening off, baby. We're going to watch some, no, we're not going to watch some TV, we're going to play some poker, and play some cards, I guess. Okay, so once you're on the roof over here again, we're going to launch down to, no, that was just a fun time. Okay, we're going to do this one here. This one gave me more trouble than, I don't know, this is the hub one. There's another one in the area. It does the same. Jumpin Da Hub. There we go. Okay, next up. Northwest Snake Gap and Northeast Snake Gap. Right, so these gaps, guys, they can be quite tricky, and I made sure the labeling is correct in the description. So if you happen to be on PC or laptop, you can just go Control F and search for what you're looking for. Otherwise, just scroll down. So this one over here is the Northwest Snake Gap. This one over here is the other gap you've got to try and do. I left that in to show you where it is, but going back there's an easy way of doing this. Just rail. Ta-da! And I was so stoked when I got it. I was like, oh yeah, you can use the rail. Okay, over the dome. So we're going back down here. This one I will mention. We're going to launch over the dome now, but if you do it again and you grind the top of it, then you'll get another gap. And that is actually one of my last ones I do. See, that's over the dome for clearing it, but you can grind it as well. Okay, reverse Wussy Snake Gap, weak source Zag Gap, reverse Zag Gap. You see what I'm saying? These are all the ones that you can do here. So think of this as a big S, okay? It is a big S bends. And what you need to do is launch over each of the gaps. So from this way to this way, upwards is a reverse. Now if I did the same thing backwards like this, but I don't do it now, but I'm just saying, if you do it backwards, then it's the normal one. So this one over here, these are all going to be reverses. Don't think I got that one there, but I do see it properly. It's actually best to go from the top all the way down. So weak source Zag Gap there, because that's the smaller version. So there's actually 6 in total. Large one of each of these, and then a small one, and then reverse and normal. So just play around in here, jump over these edges as much as you can, getting as much gap as you can. But you have to do it small as well, otherwise you won't get the small ones. See, that's weak source Zag Gap, and then you'll get the... Or is that Zig Gap? Yeah, Zigzag. Shit. I'm going to stop saying this. I'm going mental here. So pretty much launch over all of these, small and big, each of them. And then you'll get all of the gaps associated with this. This one over here, that looks like a big one. No, it's still weak. Yeah, Wussy Snake Gap. We'll come back to those in a second, but now you know where their location is. Okay, this is this Zig Gap and reverse Zig Gap. So that is the big one right there. That's the big Zig Gap. And then the reverse Zig Gap is going to be the same jump, just in reverse. I think we do a bit of a... Did we do a bit of an edit? We did it first time? No, we did an edit. There we go. Reverse Zig Gap. Okay, what have we got next? We've got Sadlands to San Dieguito Roof. San Dieguito Hall to Sadlands, and so on. It just goes on and on. I'll just show you the location. And then... you can jump around, you know, you'll get them pretty quickly. So from here, there's actually a little piece of wood. Right there, you see the little plank? There's one for landing there, and then there's another one for landing just next to that on the grass. As you'll see, the gaps rack up at the bottom over there. Now I'm launching to the grass, and it's a different one. And then you go back down from the grass to there, and then the wood just goes back and forth, back and forth. But you'll figure it out in no time. Okay, next up is going to be this tricky little... No, it's not the tricky rail. This is... Sadlands Path Gap, I think it is. Yep. Could be that one. Yes, it is. This one took me a balls long time to find, because it is a strange little gap, but that is it right there. Sneaky little puff at her. Okay, what do we got next? Again, we're going to the tent set, San Dieguito, and the window in the Sadlands. So from here to there is the tight landing. I'm sorry I didn't show it from the beginning, but this one I do. So we're going to go to the hall, and now we're going to launch over all the steps. Wait, oh no, we're going back up here first. That is up to Combi. That's a bonus. I've actually done that at the end as well, but that is, I don't think that's in this description. I must actually edit that quick sticks. Okay, it's done. Okay, where are we going down here, John? We're going to launch over the big one, still a Wussy Snake Gap. I think that might be a new one. I think we're going to do a couple more jumps here. As big as we can. Wussy, and then Wussy Sauce. There we go. There's those two done. Okay, I'm trying to see where I'm going here. We've got Weak Sauce Zig Gap now. So that's a big one. See, Zig Gap and Weak Sauce Zig Gap. Two of them in one there. Okay. Woohoo, ho hee yee hee, I think it is. From here, we launch on this wall ride, and then ollie, and then land on that tight landing. As long as it's blue, as you can see there, I landed it. If it goes red, then you must retry, because it will not count. Learned that the hard way. Okay, 90-degree ramp rail gap and ramp rail gap. There's so many. So swing around, and we're going to go from this rail, or this platform, to the rail And then this rail, now you got to jump off early enough to actually get it blue. If you go over the edge, guys, you have to do it again. This one is bench gap and bench gap series. So we're going to go down to the Sadlands down there. What the hell is that cone doing? Did you see that? That was pretty cool. Okay, so this area's got a smorgasbord as well of gaps and transfers. So the first one is going to be from this edge onto that edge. Now I'll always show the failed attempt so you can see where I'm trying to go. And then the next one I'll edit out like this, and then you can see how I did it in the end. There we go, 90-degree Sadlands rail gap. And then the, no, it's not the bench gap, sorry, these are the Sadlands gap. And now we have the 90-degree Sadlands rail gap. And the other one was ramp rail. Jesus, I'm getting confused and I'm reading it. This is the bench series. So grind those two right there. That's the bench gap. And then the bench series is going to be the other large set of benches, which are going to be, I thought they were there. There they are by the palms in the distance. And you only have to connect two of them actually to get your series one from here to here. As you can see, bench gap series sorted. Okay. Fence to ramp. So this was also quite difficult because I would probably take off special if I had to redo it now. You have to get from there onto the edge of that ramp. So again, let's edit this and show you how I came at it. There we go. Fence to ramp. Done and dusted. Gutter to San Dieguito roof. That is going to be where we were earlier. Like I said, I kind of just recorded these when I discovered them. I used the text guide for a couple, but not all of them. So from here you rail this roof and grind the roof, and you get the gutter. Now we're going to go kicker to rail span. That is going to be, where am I going? Oh wow, I've got to edit this out. Sorry about that, guys. I can't really edit it out now because I've done my timestamps. I do apologize for that weird footage. But we're going to head straight on. And we've got to get this little gap here. This was quite difficult. In the end I found just sitting there and then going there. We're going to see this in slow-mo again, and if you land on that bench right there, guys, you'll get another gap. I might as well tell you now. So from here, you can see the angle I'm going. It always pushes you a bit to the right, so if you aim for the bar, the pink bar here, then you're not going to hit it. Always aim a little bit left to it. Now, if I launch onto that bench over there, you'll get another gap. But I did not know this at the time. Okay, where are we going? We're going to long rail and rail to snake run. That is going to be on this roof. From the roof at least. We're going to rail this guy all the way around, grind it all the way around, and then land on the snake run rail right there. Sorted. Long rail, rail to snake run. Done and dusted. Okay, mid-intersection sad gap is next. Let's see where this takes us. Wow, that's some weird glitching there. Okay, so this is going to be a series of these guys now. I'll get into these detail from there to there. Just try and look at the surroundings if you get confused about where it is, but they're all going to be in that area. So all the crossroads, you have to do all the gaps and then a transfer from one to the other. But now we're going to do the ramp to rail. I think this one is quite difficult as well, if it is the one I think it is. Yeah, the ramp rail to that rail. Yeah. So make sure you get that one, the correct rail grinded. Grinded? Yeah. Okay, so where are we going? Northern crossover. Northern crossover sad gap and northern intersect sad gap. These are going to be the blue pathways leading in and out of these areas, and you got to do all of them really. So from here we're going to turn around and we're going to launch from that side to that side, northern crossover sad gap. Then from there we're going to swing around eventually, and we're just going to do, I think we're going to do this side. Yeah, we're going to hop up here and launch over to that one. You got to release early enough, otherwise you won't. You'll be swung around the corner pretty much. Okay, where are we going? Northern swing rail and southern swing rail. These are the blue bars, as you will see in a second. If it is what I'm thinking, these guys here, yeah. Get over them, grind them both. Northern swing rail and southern swing rail. Sauteed. Isle of Tony to edge. Now that's when they get a little bit more technical now from the normal ones we were doing earlier. Let's have a look, see where we're going. Probably onto the roof, and from there we're going to head onto that rail and then onto that rail down there. There we go, Isle of Tony to edge. Okay, off the roof to rail. Again, starting from the beginning, in case somebody just clicked on this from the description. I just did explain that earlier. So from here, we're going to launch onto the roof as we do. This time, we're going to swing around, and we're going to see the rail below us. We have to hit that without the roof. Just like that. Sorted. Okay, rail to kicker, to rail to bench. Yesterday. So that's what this one is here. This is the one I was saying to you earlier. Grind the bench at the end, and you will get another one. I didn't want you to have to do this twice. It's not easy. But as you can see again, I'm aiming just to the left of it, and then jump off quick enough to smash that bench right there. Okay, rim rail gap. Let's see where this takes us. Can't remember it. That's all getting hazy now with the gaps and the intersections and the, you know, space-time continuum where we are right here. So those two benches, we've done those benches already. I'm going to, oh yes, this gap which has to go over the swing rails. Oh no, it's this one over here. That's quite difficult because you've got to release it exactly the right time, otherwise, like the other corners, they just swing you around and you go flying. Okay, Dieguito Hall to edge. So this is going to be from the roof, maybe. Let's have a look and see. No, it's not the roof. It's going to be from in here. Oh yes. So this one, you just got to edge forward until the vision happens there. As you'll see here, you get closer and closer and you can see the ledge over there. That is what we're going for. Smash it. As you can see, it's still blue, even though I went off the edge. It's still being accepted. Zag gap, weak source, zag gap. So we're back at this area again. That's the zig gap, and over here is going to be the zag gap and weak source zag gap. So do it as much space as you can from the edge, and you'll get that one. Okay, only several more. So we're going Santiago roof to edge over here. So from this one, we've got to get onto the roof, then we're going to turn around and go from here down to that sucker. But if you do it in line like that, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. Okay, southern crossover, sad gap, and southern intersect, sad gap. Yeah, so that's the other time it was northern. So this is the southern one. So we're going to go turn around and from this edge onto that edge there. Done. Okay, so from that position, we're going to do the other one. I think this one we've gotten already, but from here over the edge, southern crossover. Okay, done. Oh, it is southern intersect sad gap, so it is different, yeah. Okay, top of the world, Ma. This is going to be the grinding of the dome ahead of us there, the one I mentioned earlier. Succumb. Over the dome and top of the world, so the grind is on top of the world. Swinging the set is going to be down in the Sadlands again. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think people are going to watch this from beginning to end. Unless they're here just for a couple of gaps, then the description is where you want to be. So we're going to launch over this, over the blue bars. Oh no, swinging the set. That is swinging the set, yeah. So from that gap, oh, sorry, from that edge onto the bar is a different one. So here, from there to there to there. That was quite difficult. But with practice, you'll get that. You've got to make sure you hit the half pipe in the distance there as early as possible. Otherwise, it's not going to count. Okay, we're getting very close now. We've got the 10 set and San Diego window. So from here, that's the 10 set, launching all over the stairs, or over all the stairs. And then over here, through the window, is where we want to go and land right there. Okay, we have one more, guys. Super stoked to almost be done. Time for a bit of a break. Up to pipe rail is where we are going. So remember, guys, if you're having trouble with any trophies or any of these challenges, I do share play as part of my full-time job. There aren't enough hours in the day. If you're having trouble with any trophies or anything like that, you can email me from the description, guys. There we go. From that rail up to rail. And then my trophy popped, but my recorder stopped recording before it could. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for all your support in this series. It's been a long, long road. I'm going to be doing more Tony Hawk guides, but I'm going to take the evening off, I feel. So like I always say, guys, if you are enjoying the content, pretty please smash that like button, guys. And if you really are, then subscribe. So thanks for watching, and I want to catch you on the next one.